love my community. Black excellence, that's what you do to me. Positive vibrations. I'm a god, no Satan. I'm a god. I was raised with the killers, but my plan is to heal ya. I'ma heal you. Intellectual mind frame. Check it out. I'm a player, so I peep game.
What it do, y'all? Thank you for tapping in. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, most definitely. So today we're going to talk about an important subject, and it's called mental health. Now, as you can see, Young Noble from the Outlawz, which is Tupac's rap group that he created, one of the dopest albums that I love to this day, Still I Rise. Dope album. Dope. Tupac and the Outlawz. Also, like the first 3 albums I think was the best. Novocaine, and there was one more where they had, I can't remember the name of it, but leave it in the comments section. They had like a mural of Tupac in the background and they was all in the front. This is after his demise, after Tupac's demise. It was like those other 2 albums they dropped after Still I Rise. Then Young Noble dropped Noble Justice, which was his first solo album that I had. I purchased it. Dope album. I used to bang that album. And he dropped other projects after that, you know, with Outlawz and with Edie and different members of the Outlawz and different collabos he did and so forth. And I actually spoke to Young Noble before on Twitter some years ago about a feature. And he gave me a good price. It's just shit. I was at the time I had so much going on, I couldn't really dibble and dabble with it. But he gave me a fair price. It was cool. I was surprised about the price, and we chopped it up a few times after that. It was his official page, and he seemed to be a good brother. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know him personally, just chopping it up on the internet and whatnot. Congratulating him whenever he'd drop a single, and I thought it was dope and blah blah blah. You know, stuff like that. So as you know, or you may not know, they're saying that he had a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head and that he died, of course, due to suicide. Now, with this being said, the suicide was also linked to mental health. Many people have been saying in the media that interviewed him and just his colleagues from his rap group, the Outlawz, and different sources in the hip-hop community that mental health had played a big role in his demise, because within these last few years, he had a heart attack or stroke or something like that of that nature, and after that, he began to have PSD, mental health issues, anxiety, just all these different symptoms of, you know what I'm saying, mental health and things that trigger and alter your brain, which unfortunately led to the day that something happened where it clicked and he couldn't take it and he killed himself. You know what I'm saying? And many people, you know, are judgmental. We all are. And they say you're not supposed to kill yourself. It's in the Bible and so forth, which I believe too. You're not supposed to kill yourself. However, I think when somebody has a mental health issue, it's not fully, not to give them an excuse, but it's not fully in their control, because they have a mental health issue to where they do something not necessarily knowing the outcome, because they fully not thinking correctly. Their mind is not sane. Their mind is off to the point where they'll do something not necessarily knowing the consequences of their actions. This is true facts, not making no excuse for nobody. So by Young Noble having a mental health issue, he might have just been frustrated, not fully thinking, aware, and I want to stop this pain, I want to stop how I'm feeling, and you know, something triggered, and it's called a lizard brain, and he killed himself. not fully being aware, not fully knowing, not fully understanding the outcome of what may have happened to what would lead to his actions. So with that being said, this is why mental health is a very important field. And I condone and I take my hat off to everybody in the mental health field. I got a cousin that works in mental health, and he be telling me all the time about these different people that he talked to, regular looking people, but when it comes down to it, they got issues. When you talk to them, they not there. It's not just the people you see walking down the street that's looking like they got an issue. Some people are regular looking, but they be having stuff going on, underlying conditions that you or me may not know. So with that being said, that's how these type of things happen, when in a split second, anything could kind of trigger them. And when it triggers them, it's nothing really you can do. This is why a lot of them are on meds, or they have to be placed inside a facility. You know what I'm saying? So if you know somebody that has mental health issues, that's suffering from any illness, I think we all have mental health issues, to be honest with you, especially people in the ghetto, PTSD from looking and hearing gunshots and fights and people jumping out on you, whether you're involved in the street life or not. I think most people have PTSD, mental health, some type of anxiety, or if you've been to jail before, you got some type of illness or underlying condition, you know what I'm saying? Or pre-mental health issue, you know what I'm saying? Even myself, I'm very smooth intellectual, but I find myself doing stuff sometimes. You know, I might get a little jittery or anxious or a little anxiety or a little, you know, and I don't bother nobody or nothing. It's just the environment that I grew up in, and being around different areas and people and survival. You have to like be caught. You got to watch, because an innocent person, you could be a person that don't do nothing to nobody. A car could pull up on you in mistaken identity. I know somebody got killed, a couple people over mistaken identity, because people are cowards. They don't bother to fully figure out if you're the person they're looking for. You might look like them, and they shoot and kill you, and then, you know. So these are the type of things that happen. So applies to everybody working in the mental health field. Mental health is serious. If you know somebody that's suffering from any type of illness, call them, tell them you love them, check on them, ask them how they doing. If you free, go spend the time with them for the day. And if it's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, just go pull up on them, holla at them, have a phone conversation, FaceTime them, do something. That way you know what I'm saying? People have problems. It's people out here dying from drinking too much because they're suffering and they don't know how to deal with their problems. They're coping with alcohol to the point where they'll kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're coping with different drugs to the point till they kill themselves. That's all underlying conditions of mental health. I used to drink a lot, dealing with my problems, and I figured out it's not even helping. I'm just getting drunk every day, and then it's cool for X amount of time, and then I'm back feeling the way I felt, because it's not permanent, it's temporary. And that's how these companies make all this money. It's just like a pill. You got to keep using it, you know? So the truth is, and the way to really get rid of it is to fix the problem, find a solution. You know what I'm saying? So once again, rest in peace, young Nobel. You know what I'm saying? And may God forgive him for his sins and allow him to rest his soul peacefully and have no more mental health issues. And God bless everybody out there in the world, not just young Nobel because he's a celebrity. I want to say rest in peace to everybody in the world that died from mental health issues, and the people that are still suffering from mental health issues that are living. I wish y'all the best, and God bless y'all as well. Bless the living and the dead. And like I said, if you know somebody, reach out to them, talk to them. You know, I have a brother that has underlying conditions, so I know these things. I'm not just talking. And I have to call him sometime and check on him because he does little stuff. You know, I've had friends that have underlying conditions and they've done stuff. You know, I know people that he killed themselves. I had another friend that killed himself, you know, from these same type of issues. I know people that have killed themselves. Mental health is real. Reach out, talk. Don't be scared. Even if they don't want to hear it, at least you know you tried. Be all you can be. That's all I want to say. And call your loved ones, your family, whatever the case may be. This is a real thing, y'all. With that being said, thank you for your time. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's free, it don't cost a penny. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, let me know how y'all feel about this subject. It's a real subject. We're not playing no games here. You know what I'm saying? And if you know somebody that you need to send this video to, send it to them. Maybe they'll get something out this video. You never know. That's also called paying a tithe. Paying a tithe is not just giving the church money. It's telling somebody that you love them. It's telling somebody they look beautiful today. It's giving somebody a compliment. There's many ways to pay a tithe. All of these things are godly things because you're caring for somebody. You're wishing somebody well. And with that being said, I want to say thank you for your time and have a blessed day. And that's how we're going to end it today, y'all. One love. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.